Hey everybody, it's Sherpa Rage, and today I'm going to be doing the build breakdown for Hydroid. Hydroid is the latest frame that has been released, and he is the water frame, kind of from the depths of the deep, if you will. So pretty good. He is a caster tank, is pretty much what they said, and I was like, okay, because that's being tanky is very nice, but like kind of being caster is what I'm all about in this game. So I'm like, all right, tank caster, that sounds perfectly right up my alley, and I've played him and everything, and he is definitely a very well-rounded Warframe, and all of his abilities really do have a uh, good effect and everything. Undertow, the puddle, uh, basically just puddle mode as I call it, is probably what most people would consider the least useful one, but it still does have more use than a lot of than some other Warframe's abilities, which is very nice. It is kind of a little bit silly. It's the one that I've seen people kind of take off of their builds and be like, "Oh, I don't need this. I'll just put something else on, or I'll polarize this slot away." So, but like I said, I like running all the abilities and everything, and it is still a very good ability, especially if you want to get stealth kills, which is a major thing I know for some people. It's like, oh man, I got to get these stealth kills on this mission, and I don't really have a good way of going about that. I don't have a good equipped frame, but with Undertow, you can just go into puddle mode, and then boom, people walk into you, and you get undetected kills that way. So, um, guns and weapons I'm working with. Attica is on its, I believe, third forma. Brax on its first forma. So I'm doing my forma plans with these two. Kind of get a groove going on there. Anyway, I got the jaw sword finally. After months of waiting for the alert, I finally got that. So I'll jump right into the build here. So energy siphon right off the bat for the polarity. So yeah, they really did make him a caster. They gave him that bar polarity, which is very nice. So I have Undertow, Tempest Barrage, Tidal Surge, Tentacle Swarm. So all four abilities, and since he is supposed to be a caster tank, it's a little bit harder for me to do the builds because normally it's like, oh, you're pretty much all caster with all focusing on energy and maybe a little bit of health or a shield, and then with tank it's pretty much the opposite. It's all health and shields and armor, and then maybe a little bit of casting efficiency. So it was hard to kind of divvy it up, but I found a good solid build that I like, and then I did have a couple other builds that I've branched off and done. Hydroid's very flexible in the kind of the build since he is kind of a caster tank, and you really have both fields you can play with there. So we do have flow and streamline there for power efficiency, power max there, which is going to be very nice. We have intensify for power strength. Now, this is one of those ones you could probably take off because most of his abilities aren't super damaging. They're kind of more crowd control, really. Even though they are damaging ability, a lot of it is really going to be more crowd control because a lot of the abilities will knock people over, things like that, or just keep them detained for a while. So there is that. Continuity actually affects every single one of his abilities. Undertow, except actually Tempest Barrage. I'm not sure if Tempest Barrage is affected by it. Tentacle Swarm, it lasts longer. I know. Tidal Surge makes you go farther. Undertow, you do stay in the puddle mode longer. For Tempest Barrage, I think it does actually affect as well, or it rains longer. So the continuity is a very good one. Power duration is a very good ability to have on him. And then I do have a max redirection, max vitality there. So he is tanked out as far as health and shields go there, which is very nice. So this is kind of the standard build that I run with most of the time. I'd like to show you my other build, which is pretty similar, except for instead of streamline, we have fleeting expertise. So the power duration does, like I was saying, is very important, does affect it. So with continuity and that, you're still minusing 30%, but since you are getting higher casting, you can cast them more often, which can be very useful, especially if you need to move your tentacle swarm to completely opposite side of the map. And if the duration isn't up on it, you've got to wait, and it could be, kind of a lifesaver if you have that smaller casting time, which is actually very helpful sometimes. It will affect, puddle you don't stay in as long, the tentacles don't last as long, Tempest Barrage doesn't last as long, Tidal Surge, once the puddle mode doesn't last as long, so or sorry, not title, undertow. The puddle mode doesn't last as long. This doesn't make you tidal surge. You don't go as far. Tempest barrage doesn't rain as long. So this one's a little bit different. So it does have intensify, flow, and continuity on. So instead of streamlining, we have fleeting expertise. Instead of the health, we have stretch. Because stretch does affect everything except for the puddle, which I wish it did, because good lord, that would be hilarious to have a freaking like 50-foot puddle, but I can see how that can get, or 50 meter or whatever, I can see how that could get kind of ridiculous. So, but stretch does affect everything else on here, so it's very good, and I still do have max redirection for a little bit of tanking on his shield, so you do gotta watch your shields a little bit closer, because if they break, you only have like 300 health. So this is just another build that I kind of have going, and there's other ones I've looked at. But this is the one I primarily stick with, so I'll jump in and show you guys some of the playstyle footage then. Alright everybody, so we're just jumping right in here, getting the old give a go. I've got the Bracken, it's super just ridiculously OP. Boom. There we go, those tentacles. Oh nice, use my Warframe ability once, very nice. Oh man, really? Tidal surge, here, get that. See, it's great for crowd control, then it just knocks everybody over. You know, get to deal with things a little bit slower on kind of more your terms. Let's get it, make it rain up in here. Oh, never mind. I'll make it rain, I'll make it rain, I'll make it rain on them hoes. I'll make it rain, I'll make it rain, I'll make it rain on them hoes. Let's see. The thing with it is a little bit tricky to cast it because you're not quite sure where it's going to hit, and it does kind of hit an area. Let's get some, let's get this fucking puddle mode. Oh yeah, motherfucking puddle mode. Oh shit, motherfucker. Come on, get over here. Oh, there you go. Oh, look at this. Look at these little bitches. Oh, these little bitches. Oh, ski, motherfucker. Okay. It's enough of that. It's enough of enjoying puddle mode. Yeah. Pop around the corner. It's just fun to pop around the corner and cast the make it rain. I don't know. I've gotten really bad about calling their abilities what they really are. Let's call it puddle mode, make it rain, water slash dash, tentacle. Yeah, just pretty much tentacles. Tentacles from the deep. What is it actually called? It is called tentacle swarm. So, I mean, I'm not that far off. Tentacle swarm. Ah, I got another. They got fucking disrupted. Uh-oh. Stalker? Oh man, please be Stalker. Please be the Stalker. Oh, Harvester? Ah. The fuck. I can never freaking get hate. It's the like only weapon. Oh look, I probably just dropped the Brack. Oh no, yeah, the Tron, that's right. They don't. Whoa, okay, look at these guys. I love it when they cluster like that. It's beautiful. Sometimes you go a little bit too far, especially on maps like Xeni. You gotta kind of time your tidal surge just right, or kind of aim inward to hit things. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much the build. You can see 851 health, or sorry, 851 shell, 740 health. So it's a good high numbers on both of them. Not quite as high as I believe Rhino or Saren, but I think it's a little bit higher than like Frost. So yeah, I mean pretty simple build breakdown. I enjoy it very, very much. There's not too much to it. I mean, you pretty much cast your tank. People seem to like Hydroid so far. I haven't had too many people complain. I did have a random group of guys bitch at me because I had Hydroid, and they were like, "Oh, you have Hydroid. Like, what the fuck do you have Hydroid?" It's like, it's the new Warframe. So I don't know. Sometimes people are really dumb in this game. It doesn't make any sense, but yeah, if you find a good group to run with, you know, and everything, it's nice. So, and just kind of don't be a dick to other players. I mean, everyone likes to have a little trolling fun, but don't be like super douchebag. I mean, everyone has to go, you know, low-key every once in a while. So, anyway, yeah, that's the build breakdown. I'm done with all the Warframes now until they release new ones. So, I will be doing some build breakdown videos of the forum plans that I've got. Other than that, thanks for viewing. I broke 10,000 views recently, so thank you guys for everything that you've done.